Hi guys. So Rebels just ended. The series finale just went off and I don't know how I'm doing this. I don't know what to think. I have so much. I don't know if I'm crying because I'm sad or I'm happy or that I'm hopeful for how it all ended. But it's hard to believe Rebels is over. I just don't know what to think. But Dave Filoni did an amazing job, and I really can't wait to see what they do next or hear the stories that come out of this. Because there has to be a ton of stories. And I don't know how I'm going to sleep tonight. Or how I'm going to get through vlogging tomorrow. I don't even know why I'm crying so much. But it's over. This is insane. It really is. And thank you, Dave, for giving us Rebels. And thank you for taking us on this amazing journey. And I really, really can't wait to see what happens next. So I'm gonna go try to calm down and get ready for bed, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.
Everybody, welcome to Tuesday! Can you tell? Can you see what it's doing out there? Can you see? Can you see what that is? Can you see that nasty white stuff? It's snowing! Oh, I thought it was supposed to be like this yesterday. Nope, today. So today, it's snowing. Can you also tell what is different? See, look at this bookcase. And now look over here. Yeah, I moved my Star Wars stuff back to these two bookcases because that one just keeps breaking, so I moved it. So anyway, before I get to Rebels, so you can feel free to mute this stuff and I'll give you a thumbs up when I start talking about the Rebels. So quick update on my personal life, which I'm sure nobody is interested in, but so we had some bad news come in last Thursday. One of my great uncles, my Uncle Calvin, he passed away sometime Thursday morning. It was it didn't really come as that much of a shock to us because my Uncle Calvin has had, I want to say, like 2 massive heart attacks in the past 3 years. I know he had his first one, I think, the year my Aunt Laura passed away. And I think he had one last year. I don't remember, but he had like around, I want to say 27% of his heart was still functioning. That's how bad these heart attacks were. So he has not been in good health for a while. So and my aunt Martha, I know I had nail polish just came out, but my Aunt Martha, she was the one taking care of him. After his last one, they wanted to put him in a nursing home, a care facility, so that because they live way out in the country on this massive property, and it's huge. And that's where they were living, and she was the only one who would be there to take care of him. She had help, of course, but she would be his primary caregiver. And she also works in the school district here, so she was working her job, and then she would come home and take care of my uncle. And so, that's why they put him in there, but my uncle didn't want to stay there, so my aunt brought him home, and he had been living at home. She had been taking care of him. My Aunt Laura's birthday party, 100th birthday party, was like the first time I've seen her in like months. Maybe a year, and no, probably months. And so she was taking care of him, and Thursday morning she woke up and found that he had passed away. So she was taking it really hard. Her second son, my cousin Patrick, who is my favorite of her 3 boys, He is so cool. He went out to stay with her Thursday, and he has offered to let her move in with him and his wife and their 2 kids. Because like literally my aunt's entire world has been, after her boys moved out, was my uncle and her job. And my uncle's gone now, so my aunt's just like this person who wants to take care of stuff. So he wants her to move in with them. I said if I was able to, I would take her up to Mackinac Island with me for the summer. But I don't think I'd have the room, and I think my roommates might protest. I don't even know who my roommates are yet. But yeah, so my uncle passed away. His memorial service is Saturday. And then afterwards we're doing a party, because my uncle was a very unique man. He did not want a memorial service. He didn't want any type of funeral service. He just wanted a massive party. But my aunt is going to go ahead and have a memorial service. This is for her. And then we're doing a party afterwards. I'm not going to the memorial service. I'm actually just going to go to the party. That way I can see my relatives. I don't think any of them will talk to me, but at least I can see them before I go up north for the summer. So yeah, that's what happened over the weekend. My uncle passed away, and my aunt is getting better. She's getting there. Patrick has been checking on her. Her oldest son Jacob is currently in New York. I don't know if he's home here or not, but he was in New York because he works for MSU, and he was out there with the men's basketball team for the Big Ten tournament. And then my other cousin, her third son Lyle, he lives in Arizona, and he's supposed to be coming in this week. So all 3 of her boys will be home for the first time, I want to say, like 2 or 3 years. Lyle rarely comes home from Arizona, so he is going to be home, so that will make her happy having all 3 of the boys home. So yeah. And yes, my hair, I just washed it. So yeah, so that's what happened. And it's not the best news, but it is what it is, and we were kind of expecting it. So other than that, my dad's birthday was Saturday. My dad's birthday was Saturday, so we went out to eat to Golden Corral, and I've discovered that I love fish. Last time we went there, I tried fried fish, and I loved it, and this time they had baked fish, and I'm like, I like fried fish, let me try baked fish. Oh my gosh, it was so good. And I'm the girl who I used to absolutely loathe fish sticks, but I love fried and baked fish, so I don't know what's wrong with me. All of a sudden, I'm trying all these foods I've never had before, or I had, and I hated it as a kid, and now I like them again. So I officially like fish, which is kind of a good thing that I'm going up to an island. They have really fresh fish there. So, yeah, I had lunch with my dad on Saturday, but the bigger news is, so you guys have seen my Star Wars clothes, and you guys know one of my most prized items of my Star Wars outfits, my fashion, because I have a fashion set that's like 50s, 60s, with a modern twist. I love my lightsaber skirt, my Profi lightsaber skirt. I love. I took this up with me to the island last year. I actually wore it too, and from the island. But when I wore it the second time, this is what I wear under it. This is the crinoline I wear under it. And I discovered the day I left, I put this on, and I was sitting, and I thought it felt weird, and the underslip of the crinoline, this part right here, had ripped. So I don't know what happened, but it ripped. I came home, and one of the first things I did, one of my first days home, I actually trimmed up the crinoline, and I showed it, but I left a little bit of an opening there, so it's not as tight in the slip, so yeah. Plus, so my mom doesn't want me to take it up there because of what happened to the crinoline, also because that skirt was like $75, so yeah, that's why I am also not taking my 40th anniversary bomber jacket, because that thing was like $80. So my mom's like, I can't take anything expensive with me. So that means the skirt, the jacket. I'm not allowed to take Wicket or, there's Wicket. I can't take Wicket or Chewbacca with me. I can't take BB-8, can't take R2 or BB-8 or my remote control BB-8. And I can't take my baby R2-D2 purse. So none of that stuff can come up with me at all. So I'm like, oh my gosh. But I'm going to go see Solo this summer. I'm taking off Star Wars shirts, but I need a dedicated, complete Star Wars outfit. I need one Star Wars outfit. One complete head-to-toe Star Wars outfit. So I'm like, what am I going to do? My plan was to get a pattern, because my mom knows how to make skirts, and we were going to get a skirt pattern and try before I went up, get some Star Wars fabric, and make me a Star Wars skirt that way in a style I liked. And I'm like, I don't think we're going to have time. And so on off chance, I just kept checking Her Universe, because I'm like, okay, I can spend, if I can treat myself and get at least one skirt from her universe, plus size skirt, if it's on sale. It had to be on sale. It had to be below $35. I wasn't gonna let myself spend more than $35. And then last Wednesday, I want to say, I got an email and said they were having a flash sale. I love flash sales. They are amazing. And her universe has the best flash sales because usually it's 30% off regular priced items and then 60% off clearance, which means it's the best because some of these outfits are really expensive. Like, they just came out with a Princess Leia, the dress that looks like Princess Leia's outfit she wore on Bespin in Empire Strikes Back. I want it so much. The plus size version is like $68. That's expensive. They also came out with I think it's a faux leather moto jacket in honor of Ahsoka. It kind of looks like her uniform from her outfit from Rebels with her facial with the Fulcrum marking on the back. My throat's getting dry. That is like $70, and I want it so much. So those are two items I'm thinking about getting when I come home. So it's like, oh my gosh. So I had just been looking, and they had a couple Star Wars skirts I really liked. And then I look at this flash sale, and they had one Star Wars skirt I looked at. It's black, and it has a basic pattern of just the Millennium Falcon, X-Wing, and TIE Fighter, and that's it. It's just a skirt with a ship print. It's really cute and cool, and I liked it. It's cute, so I'm like, oh, that's cute. And it was part of the flash sale. It was $28 marked down from $69.99. I'm like, that's how much it was. It was like $70. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I like, Mom, can I get this skirt? And Mom's like, yes. So I went and I got this skirt. And the reason I got this skirt is, one, it was on sale. 2, it's cute. And 3, it's perfect for Mackinac Island because I don't need to wear crinoline under it. And it's so sweet and cute. So I got it, and it ended up being like $34. And it's supposed to come today. So I will film when I get the box, which will probably be tonight because my mom doesn't get home till 8. But I'm so excited. I got a Star Wars skirt from Mackinac Island, so I will have my head to toe Star Wars outfit. I cannot wait. And plus, it's fitting for the Solo movie since it has the Falcon on it. So the other skirt I was looking at, she has one that's called the Cantina skirt. It's basically a black skirt, and like the ovals, it has the band from the Cantina. And I'm like, oh, that's cute. There's also a dress that is an Endor, the Force Move Endor landscape dress. The one I really want, other than the jacket and the Leia dress, is they have a blue skirt, and it's the picnic scene from Attack of the Clones. And it's just a really pretty, like, watercolor scene of Anakin and Padme having their picnic, and it's so pretty. And I'm like, it's so pretty. And then they have a little pink Naboo cardigan. I'm like, I want it. They're so expensive. So I have to be careful because I still have to get one skirt. I'm thinking about getting a blue jean skirt for work. And then I want to get at least 2 pairs of long leggings, 2 pairs of like capri type leggings. I want to get a pair of shorts and a pair of blue jeans. And then I want to get a pair of bike shorts to wear under the new Star Wars skirt so I can bike in it. I also want to get a couple like solid color shirts with like not like big graphic designs, but some simple like shirts, stuff like that. And then I got some totally stuff, so I can't spend too much money, which is why I'm waiting until the 27th, which is when the Blu-ray of Last Jedi comes out, to get both The Last Jedi and the movie novelization of The Last Jedi. But I might actually wait on the novel for The Last Jedi and wait to get that till I'm up on the island and get that with like my first paycheck, because they actually have this really cute, adorable bookstore up there. And they had Star Wars stuff, because last year I went up there, they actually had both Guardians of the Whills and Rebel Rising, which made me excited. So yeah. So on to what you guys have been probably waiting for after seeing the first part of this video with me pretty much just stopping my sobs. Last night, ladies and gentlemen, was the end of Star Wars Rebels. We had an epic 90-minute series finale with the first part, the first half hour was just a regular episode, and the last hour was the final episode. But it was amazing. I don't know. I posted this at the end of this episode. I felt sad. I felt happy, joyful, and hopeful. So that's how I felt. That was all I was feeling at the same time. Sad, happy, joyful, and hopeful. All at the same time. That's what I was feeling. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So it was like, I think last night the finale was the best Star Wars Rebels episode ever. And this is coming from a girl whose favorite episodes include Twilight of the Apprentice, Trials of the Dark Saber, Twin Suns, and Shroud of Darkness. And those are all really good episodes. But this one, and Jedi Knight was good. But this one, and World Between Worlds, oh my god, they pulled out all the stops last night. I don't want to talk about it too much because I don't want to spoil it for everyone who hasn't seen it yet. But this is going up on Wednesday, so hopefully you've seen it. But oh my gosh. Tell me, people, talk to me. What did you guys think about the finale? I mean, that was amazing on so many levels. Like, we have this rule at my apartment complex, we're not supposed to make loud noises after 10 o'clock, so I didn't want to get in trouble at like 9:50 for like sobbing out loud, so I had both my hands over my mouth and like trying to sob as quietly as I could. I mean, I just lost it. I mean, seriously, I the last 20 minutes, I lost it. I was gone. I was completely lost. And the thing was, I was also trying to keep myself under control. Because in the past, when I have broken down during the Rebels episodes, I have missed stuff like Twilight of the Apprentice. I missed seeing Ahsoka go into the Sith Temple. I missed that because I was crying so hard. I missed it in, spoiler alert, Jedi Knight, Kanan getting his sight back before he died because I was sobbing so hard. So this time I was also trying to keep myself under control because I didn't want to miss anything important, and it worked. I kept myself under control. And then during the credits, I was just like, I was like, no, and it boggles my mind that it's over. It's done. But like I said earlier, I just want to thank Dave Filoni so much, the cast and crew of Star Wars Rebels so much. I mean, I talked about this on my Star Wars Rebels fan page. I came into Star Wars Rebels when it first came out. I was like, I didn't see it when it first came out because I was a college student, and then I saw Star Wars and heard all this news about Star Wars. I saw Force Awakens, and then I started watching Rebels. And the thing is that I talked about this when I was starting junior high. I had a really hard time. I was a little bit depressed, and Star Wars kind of helped give me a ledge to hold on to until I was able to pull myself up and out of it, especially Jedi Apprentice. Because that was just like reading about Obi-Wan's journey. I'm like, oh my gosh, he's going through some of the same stuff I'm going through. And he's struggling, and he's finding it just as hard to grow up and become a teenager as I am. So reading all that stuff, it kind of helped keep me on the level until I finally figured out. And then coming out of college, like 25 years old, 25, 26 years old, coming out of college with a degree I didn't even want, and something I'm not even good at, and then trying to take my first steps into the adult world as a college graduate, and just struggling to find a job, find something to do, find something I want to do, find out where this fits into this world, and struggling to adapt my ideas to this whole modern thing. And so it's just like struggling. And then Star Wars came back out with Force Awakens, so I'm like, perfect. And then I saw Rebels, and I saw the characters doing stuff that scares them, being heroes and doing things that just were like, I'm like, okay, if they can do that stuff, and like they're literally fighting an empire, and they like have little to no chance of succeeding. No, I know they do, but they're like they don't care. They know that the odds are stacked against them. They're still gonna do it. You know what? I can probably do this too. So Rebels kind of helped me get refocused on my life, recentered. I went back to my faith, and I realized how important that was to me because they had so much faith in their beliefs. I'm like, I need to get back to mine. And so Star Wars kind of once again gave me a ledge to hang on to until I finally pulled myself up and over and out of my funk. So that's the wonderful thing about Star Wars, is it? And that's why I like it so much, and that's why I like sharing it, be it how I dress, be it the books I read, be it my fan fiction. I like sharing Star Wars. I like doing this thing where Star Wars has brought me happiness and pulled me out of so many situations, and that's something I want to do for other people. So that's kind of one of the reasons I like retail, is I can be that bright spot. You can be like having a totally bad day, but then I come into the picture, I'm like, hi, how are you doing? And I'm trying to make the day brighter for you. even if I'm just selling you some cheap souvenir. And if I can do the same thing with my writing, you know, people, if you read my stories and it makes you forget your troubles or anything like that, that makes me happy. So Star Wars is just cool. So plus it's great. So I'm so sad, but because of how it ended, I am so hopeful that we are going to get either a spin-off, something to further, like an anime series furthering the Rebel series, or we are going to get books and comics furthering the Rebel series. Because of how they left it off, there are so many more questions I have now that I want these answers to. And of course, Dave Filoni has kind of become George Lucas in that he doesn't like these answers. He leaves us with more questions than answers. So we walked into this, and now we are leaving. Like, I walked into Star Wars Rebels having, like, no questions, and Star Wars Rebels is over, and I'm walking away from Rebels. I'm not walking away from Rebels. I'm still going to love it. I'm still going to watch it. But now Rebels is over, and it's walking away from us, and all of a sudden it's like, wait a minute. Hey, no, you can't walk away from us. We have questions now. Like, seriously, we entered into Rebels with no questions, and now Rebels is done. And like, wait, what the, wait, no, you didn't answer my question. So now I have, like, a bazillion more questions that I don't know when I'm going to get answered, how I'm going to get them answered, but that's the best thing about Star Wars. It's literally the coolest thing ever, so it was wonderful. And can I say, I'm just mad as heck that Last Jedi did not win any of the Oscars they were nominated for. Okay, I know Star Wars won Oscars. The originals have won Oscars. And I think every Star Wars movie has at least been nominated for one Oscar. But can I just say that 40th anniversary of Star Wars, and they didn't win a single Oscar. It just makes me mad. I thought The Last Jedi was an amazing piece. It was artistic. It was beautiful. It was lovely. I don't care what any of you TLJ haters say. I loved The Last Jedi. It is one of my favorite Star Wars films. And this is coming from a girl who also counts Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith as two of her favorites, as some of her favorite Star Wars films. Attack of the Clones mainly just for Obi-Wan, because I am such an Obi-Wan fan, and Revenge of the Sith is just awesome, because it's amazing how it goes from, like, the first 20 minutes of the movie. It's utterly hysterical. It's very funny. I love some of the lines at the very start of the movie. It just makes me laugh. And then by the end of it, I'm like, no, I'm so devastated. Where I started out the movie going, this is fun, this is funny. It's like, no! So that's why I love Revenge of the Sith. So I love TLJ. So I was kind of bummed that I didn't win any awards, especially for visual, because I'm like, oh my gosh, they're going back to, like, how Star Wars was done originally. They're dropping the CGI as much as they can. But instead, Blade Runner got it, and Blade Runner I think got screenplay or something. I don't know what Blade Runner got, but it made me mad because I was on the phone with my friend, and he says science fiction movies never win their Oscars, and Blade Runner freaking got an Oscar. And that made me mad. Especially since TLJ didn't get the Oscar for Best Score. I'm like, why? Hello, it's John Williams. What more do you want? So, don't worry. There's always next year. So, yeah, that was kind of devastating, but it was awesome. And it is almost 1 o'clock, and I still have to go get lunch. I still have to watch Rebels Recon. Inside the Magic also posted something on YouTube. Go check out their YouTube page. They posted an hour-long video, which is a question Q&A with Dave Filoni and some of the cast of Star Wars Rebels. So go check that out. So I'm going to go in. I think I will have pizza today. So I'm going to go get some pizza. See you guys. Stay safe. Stay sane. I will post this tomorrow, and I will be back next week. So stay safe, stay sane. I'm sending you all lots of love, hugs, and purrs. Go check out the Rebels finale if you haven't seen it. It's awesome. So bye, guys. And as always, may the Force be with you. Guys, it's just past 8:30, and like I said, that my skirt came today. My mom just got home, so she was able to go grab it from her own mailbox. So there it is on my bed. So let's open this baby up and see what it looks like. What's really weird is it says first class, and I thought I had standard shipping, so apparently I got first class shipping on this, so let's open this up. I love it when I get stuff from her universe. Okay, this is tape. Alright, this would be the like label. Yeah, so that's just the label. Here is the skirt! Alright. Here it is. Ta-da! Here it is. Let's get a better light. So, right, here it is. My skirt. Isn't it cool? I like it. So, I'm going to go try it on. So, that's my skirt, and I'll tell you guys how it fits next week. So, I will talk to you guys later. Night.